Hello everybody, my name's Lisa. If this is your first time here, then thank you for choosing to click on my video. If you are a returning subscriber, then just know that I really do appreciate you. Now, before we dive into today's video, there is something that I feel is important to point out. I was personally involved in 3 MLM, and it was pointed out to me a few days ago that most people didn't think I'd been involved with an MLM. There is a video in my anti-MLM playlist that says about 2 of the MLMs that I was in. I haven't discussed or revealed to anybody what the 3rd one is, and at this moment in time I'm still not comfortable or prepared to do that, because the 3rd one was the most painful and traumatic for me. So I'm just not ready for that yet. So I just wanted to bring that up. And also, I don't tend to say to people about anything that's in the description. If you want to follow me on Instagram, the Instagram link is down there. And also, if you ever want to share any content, any reels, any images, any team Zooms, or any MLM fail stories, the instructions are also in the description. Right, so now that's out of the way, let's get into what we're here for. We are going to be reacting to a Jessie Lee Ward live, and there are going to be lots of trigger warnings. There's going to be a lot of talk about cancer, a small amount of talk about injections. There's going to be some talk about Jews. There's going to be some what I would describe as racism. Hopefully, as we go through the video, I will say the trigger warning before that bit comes on. So fingers crossed that I'll remember to do it. If not, I will go back and do it in the editing, so it will be in there either way. Now, one thing I want to say, I'm making these videos about Jessie Lee because of the influence that she has over people that follow her, and in my opinion, I feel that she abuses that influence by giving out incorrect information, by contradicting herself. And to me, a lot of what she spouts is irresponsible and wrong. And because of her influence, she can have a very damaging effect on other people's lives. Yes, she can share her journey, anyone that she wishes to, but I just don't agree with all of the information that she gives out and some of the things she says. And last but not least, this video is a whopping 1 hour and 17 minutes long. Now, I am going to remove a few parts of it, only because it contains some language that I don't allow to be to my channel, but the rest of it will all remain. Right, so without further ado, let's dive right in.
Hello everybody, what's going on? It's Jessie Lee. You can call me #BossLee. One of the people's mentor. I help people make 6 and 7 figures from their phones. Oh my goodness, I forgot to get water before I started this live. That's okay. So what's going on? I am getting ready for a black tie event tonight, so I'm excited. It's my friend Kurt's 50th birthday, which is like wow, wow, wee, wow. Kurt's the guy who owns the Bugattis. I guess several of my friends have Bugattis now. I need one. I'm just kidding. I don't even want one. But anyway, so I'm going to Kurt's birthday party. He turned 50 yesterday. I'm super excited about it. Just bought a formal gown you've never seen me wear before. Got my hair done at my hair salon. So I told you they do good hair. I'm just like, it's usually really cold in there, so I don't ever go there. And it wasn't that cold, but I did bring like a whole like rigmarole. I don't know if you guys do that too. Anyway, we can totally ask questions about whatever. There's so much new stuff that I feel like I've implemented this last week. I guess I can update you guys on if you want to know about it. Enrollment for Bossly Accelerator opened, and if you've checked me out ever before, and maybe you looked at it before, whatever, there's a whole new level. So it's more of a mindset level, along with you get a social media workshop when you join as well. So that's a $500 value to begin with. And then you also get bi-weekly calls with me. So check that out. It's called Silver Accelerator. You actually pay for lifetime access if you want to. Gold enrollment is open, and we've had like 6 new platinums in the last 24 hours. So leaders that are watching this, platinum is also open. All right. So you love the new level you joined. Yay! I'm excited. I'm really excited for you guys. It's going to be amazing. So I did have oral surgery yesterday. So if you're wondering if my jaw looks like a little swollen down here, this is definitely the tender side, I guess, but all 4 of my wisdom teeth got redone. So
as someone who had a tooth extracted a few weeks ago, the dentist told me to rest and relax and try not to use my mouth. So surely if you've just had surgery on 4 wisdom teeth, then you shouldn't be sitting there doing a live video. You should be resting your mouth, shouldn't you? Or is it just that medical advice applies to everybody but Jessie Lee Ward? Is that the scenario, maybe?
Hi, how are ya? So I can't open my mouth as much, but you've been binging my podcast. I love that. You joined Silver. I love that for you. I love all y'all. So you just joined Gold. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Accelerator's open. It will close again. So now's your opportunity to get in where you fit in. I'm trying to replace your therapist. Oh my gosh, I have so much we can talk about. It has been a crazy... It's been like a week or something since I was live doing my makeup. I don't know. But, I don't even know where to begin with this. So oral surgery yesterday looks this amazing. I used Dr. Nate Johnson. Welcome to the Empire. Yes, I'm still recruiting, so you can still join my team. Absolutely, okay? Closed captions. Not closed captions on my Instagram live, but the Accelerator all has closed captions. I'm sorry. I wish I knew flippin' sign language. So last week's been crazy. I've changed a whole bunch of different stuff about, I guess like not a whole bunch of different stuff, but I'm adding more. If you don't know, I will tell you, I've been full, I would say vegetarian's fair to say, for about 2 weeks now. And then, the only thing that isn't vegan that I had a little bit of cheese, and I actually feel a little nauseous. So I'm wondering if my body's like, stop vegan forever. I was gonna do vegan for real as soon as my juicer came in, but whatever. I guess that's passed. As for grounding for my health, every day. So I have these little, sorry, I've got like a bump on my arm. What's going on? I have these, they're in the kitchen, these electrical charge things, and I go and I ground every day, and I do a, not meditation really, but I guess meditation would be the only way to explain it. So yeah, welcome to the Accelerator, you guys. I love this. So Dr. Appa is a cosmetic dentist. So I wouldn't go to Appa Aesthetics for non-aesthetic work, right? He didn't take out my wisdom teeth in the first place. So anywho, why not carnivore? Well, there's this thing that happens when you get cancer. When you get cancer, you start to look into everything that'll save your life. So in this episode of Jessie Lee Beats Cancer, if they tell me I have to eat freaking carrots and beets and celery and ginger and all this stuff that tastes like dog shit, guess what? That's what I'm eating.
I really didn't think it was all about changing your diet, though. Or is it?
And so, yeah. So what does a coffee enema do? You guys got to Google this coffee enema stuff. I'll be doing those every single day. So my coffee's brewed, but my enema thing was supposed to come in today and it didn't. So now I just got this coffee to shove up my ass and I can't do it. So anyway, there's tons of benefits for it. It's really good for people with anxiety and depression and stuff like that.
Please, can you explain to me how having an enema is any good for anxiety and depression? And not only that, but I hope a medical professional is going to come and administer these enemas for her, because otherwise you can cause yourself a serious injury. I mean, if the coffee's too hot, you're going to burn yourself. If you don't put the enema equipment in properly, then you could perforate your bowel. And from what I've read, they're also pretty dangerous. Not a treatment I'd be going for, I can't imagine. And this is just my opinion only, but I don't believe that she should be sharing that kind of information with people, because she's got an awful lot of influence and people that follow her. And what if they start taking her advice? She's not medically trained, so therefore She shouldn't be giving advice like that. Obviously, it's her body and she can do what she wants to herself, but I just don't think it's right. It's just wild to me that she would be sharing this kind of information with the amount of influence she has over people. It just seems so wrong.
That too, but hell yeah, Jessie Lee goes all in. Oh, hey, Clarissa, how are you? Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of it tastes very well. You know what? Today, I will say, I was drinking my carrot juice, which you can watch my stories because it's very funny. Josh, it's very funny. And for the first time, I was like, this is pretty good. And that's been weeks of that now. I'm excited for the juicer to come because those juices, just so you know, are like $12 a piece. And I'm like, oh my gosh, carrots don't cost that much. I do listen to Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'm really excited about potentially going to his thing. I don't think I can make Nashville, but I think I can make Cancun. I'm doing his meditations. I meditate every night and every morning. And I just feel like, you know what? Yes, of course I'm going. I don't think the idea of the food doesn't matter. Like that, like guys, if the food didn't matter, why would people keep being sick? You know, I just actually want you to think about that for a minute. That doesn't make any actual logical sense. I know what you mean, like your mind can control everything, state of consciousness, blah, blah, blah. I'm going back to this House Labs, by the way, because the other one is just way too dark on my little pasty skin.
Have you ever thought, Jessie Lee, that all of these alternative treatments that you're trying are causing your pasty skin? You know, just a thought there.
But like, no, I think, you know, and maybe this is just me, but God bless y'all if you get stage 4 cancer. I'll pray for you as much as you're praying for me. It's not that I'm not meditating. It's not that I don't read Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's that I'm meditating. I'm eating vegan. We can't go down the list of shit I've done. Do you guys really want to go down this list? I bought the Pure juicer. So I did buy from the Gerson. All I do at night really is just read about, or I watch testimonials of people reversing stage 4 cancers, and I research more remedies. That's pretty much what I do. And
I really don't want to be the bearer of bad news and burst your bubble here, Jessie Lee. But at the end of the day, how is doing research into all these different alternative therapies going to save you? I mean, don't get me wrong, I want you to beat cancer, and it's not something I would wish on my worst enemy. But I just cannot for the life of me see how what you're doing is going to be the answer.
So the Gerson therapy, I believe is what it's called. There's a healing center in Sedona as well, but there's a lot of it that I'm actually already doing, and he recommends the Pure juicer because then you actually have, I guess, the juice as well or something like that. So anyway, thank you for all these nice comments. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate all these your healed comments. I love it. I love you too, Louise. So I do cryo. I have not cold plunged. I do infrared sauna every day. I was back to working out this week, and then I had oral surgery, and then today I played with lightsabers, and my heart rate was probably a little too high for a day after oral surgery, but you know, I wanted to get my heart rate up. So anyway, so I'm excited. So I also have a rectal ozone coming. So I feel like my poor booty hole, you know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot going on in the booty hole.
I'm surprised Jessie Lee managed to get hold of the thing that does the rectal ozone, because it has been banned in many countries because it can cause strokes and pulmonary embolisms. I think that's how it's said anyway. Yeah, so not something to laugh about, really. Extremely dangerous. I mean, I don't know, she just blows me away with some of the things she's doing. I just can't get my head around it.
Excited to continue the healing journey and move along from there, allowing my body to do the most. So that's what's going on. So yeah, I bought all of Chris Beat Cancer's books, and his recipes are the recipes I've been juicing. So like his carrots, especially his carrots, I'm really tired, so hold on a second. What is in it? I drink it every day. Carrots, celery, ginger and beets, I think it is. Yeah, it's not great. But, you know, whatever. I've used Kangen water for 4 years and still got colon cancer. So, I wouldn't make any medical claims with that. I'd be careful with medical claims. But I will tell you, imagine if I didn't have Kangen. I even have your shower filter. So there's that. Yeah, beets, the magical juice. Just kidding. Oh, turmeric is so good for me. Are you kidding me? Holy smokes. So I went and I got my Greek test done. I don't know if you guys have heard me talk about this or not, but I got my Greek test done. My Greek test results are back, and curcumin and turmeric, whatever this a-hole cancer is in my body, does not like it. It will actually kill off curcumin and turmeric alone, like 25% of the cancer. So,
well, I've just got to say, cite your sources there, Jessie Lee, because you telling people that turmeric and curcumin 25% more effective for your type of cancer is very misleading. A lot of people who have colon cancer would take your advice, and they could be seriously ill if they just started doing that and not a lot of the other things. I mean, just because you're privileged and you have the money to try all of these treatments out, not everybody else does. And the advice that you're giving, I know it's what you're doing, but it doesn't mean it's going to work for anybody. So you should be saying, yes, this is what's working for me, although you've actually got no proof of that. But, you know, you should be putting disclaimers on your videos at the very least, in my opinion.
Or 25% effectiveness when it was put directly against the cancer in my body in a lab in Greece. So I was like, hell yeah, up in the doses of that. That's where I got my big frankincense thing. Any oils people watching, that's why I went and made those stories about the oils, because amazing. It didn't say any efficacy for me for mistletoe therapy, but I have been hearing a lot about it. So, but it didn't show up in my test at all.
Please be very careful with essential oils. They are not medically proven to treat anything.
I've been getting high vitamin C multiple times a week, as well as ozone. That's why my vein is all bruised still. This one is still holding really strong, though. I'm like proud of this vein. This one, the valve keeps like tripping. You can see I obviously got an IV here yesterday as well, but the valve, I don't know, nurses who are watching, it's like it jumps or something like that. So that's kind of annoying. They went in here as well the other day. So I've got really good veins. I actually got that from my mom's side of the family. So it's funny. I was looking at Aviram's veins. He's like, I have no veins. I'm like, you really don't. But these are from my mom's side of the family. So I've always had these these thick, juicy veins. Phlebotomists are always like, oh my God. And then we use this one a lot too. So I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm drinking that soursop tea every day too. Yes. Yes, black seed oil, blah, all this stuff. So yeah, this vein they use a lot too. My veins kind of shifted in this arm though. I used to have like really good vein right here too, but it's like, I don't know. They said veins can like go under. I asked questions. I was like, why is it like this?
Your veins collapsing is another reason why you possibly shouldn't do all these alternative medicines where they're all injected into you, because there may come a time when it's just not possible to do that, because there'll be no viable veins to use. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional, but my auntie is a nurse and my friend's daughter is a phlebotomist. So we do discuss this sort of thing on occasions.
No, let me see. I feel really nauseous, by the way. I don't know why. I was just telling Ira that. I feel like poo. Alright, I gotta start contouring.
For a person who is going through all of these magic treatments and is beating cancer, in Jessie Lee's words, she seems awfully tired all of the time. Maybe she should be taking it easier.
Okay, let's contour. I'm excited for my my clean report as well. So I'm really excited for that, actually. So my plan, I guess I'll share this with you guys. I've only journaled about this and told, of course, told my man, also told Sasha and Mateo. So I was thinking, if we're being very honest, I was thinking of starting chemo on, because I know which chemo kills this tumor more than anything. I was thinking about starting chemo on May 1st. So that is a Monday, and that's when the doctor said he's available to start it and blah, blah.
Yes, at long last, you're going to start chemo on the 1st of May. Oh, thank goodness for that. That is such a relief. I'm so pleased to hear that you're finally listening and going to take medical advice. Good for you, Jessie Lee.
Because I feel, like, oh, let me just throw every single thing at this, including that. So there's that. So that conversation, because I've gone to so many oncologists, like, nonstop, and they're all, not the same, actually, which is interesting, but similar. And then I got the Greek test back, of course. So then I started finding out exactly what would work against this particular cancer. And then it was like this. The most important thing to healing, I will tell you all, I believe, is following your intuition. I guess anybody you talk to will say that, including these oncologists. They're like, do what you feel is best for you. Except for the one who said I was going to be dead, in 8 months. Except for that guy. He was great. MD Anderson, you suck. You're the worst.
Whoa, ma'am. I'm sure he didn't say it like that to you. And I've been told that MD Anderson is one of the best cancer centres in America. So I'm not sure that you should be spreading that kind of misinformation, in my opinion.
You know what? I'm going to write a book about how terrible they were. But anyway, so I went to... I wish I could even remember which oncologist this was. I've been to 5 or 6 now. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Story still is the same. So I go to this oncologist, and she's like, you really look amazing. And I said, I'm doing the most. And I start going down the list of all the stuff that I'm doing. And she was like, oh my gosh. She's like, well, that's probably why you feel so incredible. I said, yeah, I mean, I still have no symptoms, like none. And they said that's actually pretty common, is you can go from, like, no symptoms to then, not great.
I know that can be true because I've had 2 friends who didn't have any symptoms, but both through fluke, they went to the hospital for something totally innocent, had some tests done, and both came back with stage 4 cancer. Not the cancer that Jessie Lee's got. I'm not going to discuss what cancer it was, but it was terminal stage 4. And one died, and the other one is still fighting it, which is good. But both of them did go the traditional route using chemo. Unfortunately, one was too advanced, and they couldn't save that person. And unfortunately, that's just a fact of cancer, basically. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's extremely sad. And, I wish that they had symptoms, or that they actually went and got regular checks, because that is extremely important. One thing I will say is both of these people are men, and they tend to not go and get checked even when they feel like they have got a problem, and that is a major issue. You need to be checked regularly in order to catch this sort of thing when it is treatable. That is so important. I go every year and have all of the tests done without fail, because early warning is definitely the answer.
Pretty quickly. And so that's kind of the one worry of everything. And, I have an awareness around that. And she said, look, you had a PET scan over a month ago now. You can rescan in 2 months and you can see what's going on. I don't have any big tumor. I have no tumors, actually. There's just like, the cells are still in your body, right? Like they're like circulating in your blood. My tumor markers, just so you know, in my blood are actually are normal. So my CEA, there's 2 different tumor, markers when they test your blood that they test for. and they're not elevated, so that's good. But I know it's in there. So mine's just in lymph nodes. Mine's spread to lymph nodes that are not. They're not close to where the tumor was, right? So the tumor was down here, and then there's like some residual stuff that was left from surgery, which like really pissed me off. Actually, I was like, what was that surgeon thinking? But mistakes happen or whatever.
There you go again, ma'am. That is not the way it is. Not everything can be removed with surgery. There are times when it is not possible to remove it all, and it's not a mistake, it's just the way it is. And this is why they recommend that you have chemotherapy, because that is to get everything that they couldn't get. And unfortunately, you having it in your lymph nodes nowhere near the site of the original cancer is the reason it's being termed as stage 4 and metastasized. And that is not good. I'm not happy to be saying that. I'm not celebrating in any way. I think it is so sad that this is happening to you. I really wish it wasn't. But at the end of the day, you've got to face what is going on, and you have to take the treatment that is being offered to you. Please have the chemotherapy on the 1st of May. It is, the longer you wait, the less chance there is of success. And basically, you are playing with your own life. And that is just so sad. Please stop doing it. Please get the treatment.
So, whatever. We're human, right? He's not God. He's just a surgeon. So, that was why I was really considering it. And then, so this oncologist, she goes, look, if I were you, would I do chemo? Yeah, probably. She goes, but all the stuff you're doing right now, and now that you know the holistic stuff that will actually work against yours, she's like, why don't you just come back in 2 months? We'll rescan. We'll see if the holistic stuff is actually working and killing killing all the remaining cancer cells. See if anything lights up in your PET scan or less, and then we'll go from there. And I was like, you know what? I really like that. Because honest to God, it was like my intuition was immediately like, okay, the first time I heard the word chemo was what, February 20th or something, and I was like, oh, hell no, like, no, like, immediately, intuitively, a big hell no. And then, like I said, just kind of over time, when you're just focused on living.
I understand the fact that you are focused on just living, and in my opinion, you are going through the stages of grief, which is totally understandable because you've had the worst diagnosis possible. It must have been a massive shock to you. But come on, waiting 2 more months when you've got stage 4. To me, that is not being reasonable. It's not. I mean, why are you listening to a holistic doctor on chemo treatments? It's important to get it started as soon as possible for obvious reasons.
It just becomes very real, you know. I have an amazing man in California who owns a lab who actually is sending me hormones and peptides this week to have me ovulate 2 weeks early, so I can go quickly retrieve some eggs. I don't have eggs frozen yet, so I have like this whole plan laid out. What brand is the highlighter and concealer? The concealer was NARS. I haven't used highlighter yet. I've only so far contoured. So yeah, I am raw.
I can understand why you want to go through the egg retrieval process. But please, get the chemotherapy as soon as that's done. Get it started.
I say vegan, that doesn't mean Oreos to me. That means raw vegetables, plants. So, guys, like, not to be pushy, but like, hearing about family members of yours that died from cancer in my comment section right now is not even remotely helpful. So if you can like not talk about that on a stage 4 cancer patients live video, I'd like super appreciate that.
I 100% agree with you, Jessie Lee. Being told about other people's journeys and deaths when your stage 4 is not something you want to hear. And I think that you handled telling people that really well. So I appreciate that you did that. Well done.
Not my favorite comment of the day. Okay, so anyway, so we're doing the freezing eggs thing because I want 2 babies. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, and yeah, I was actually wanted to have a surrogate anyway. And I was going to keep it super quiet and then one day just pop out with a baby. But, now, I can just tell you guys, oh, hey, surrogate. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, the positive energy is much better. So yeah, no meats. Been doing this vegan thing. Dude, like, God, I could talk all day about this man. I won't talk about him so much because, oh my God, there's so many things to talk about, but I'm just not going to talk about them publicly. But you could like check a police record if you wanted to and see what's happening. Sir, stage 4 breast cancer survivor. Hell yeah, you got diagnosed and you're surviving. I do like comments like that. And I don't mind saying stuff like that. So thank you, Michelle, Michelle says, thank you for saying that, girl. People just don't get how inconsiderate it is. Yeah. Like, I don't think you got, like, I know you're not doing it to be rude. You're just, like, saying it because you would just say it in conversation to somebody. But, like, just the worst. Like, those comments are, like, 9 out of 10 kind of the worst. So, like, just don't. I like this one. See, my little sister beat stage 4 at 23. I know you'll beat. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Curcumin is great for me. Nothing really excited about resveratrol in my Greek test. Frankincense was super high, as I keep mentioning, which is why I'm like, go get your doTERRA and Young Living Peeps and buy stuff from them.
Now that's the kind of advice that leads me to make a video like this one. Please do not go and buy things from doTERRA and Young Living if you have been diagnosed with cancer. Do what your doctors are telling you because they are qualified and people in an MLM are not.
Woo! My fur babies have been amazing, like amazing. Kumba is even more clingy than ever, so I don't know, I kind of love that, cause he's my baby, and, Javi Rum's really funny about it. He's like, Kumba has a crush on you. I'm like, I don't care. Maybe, yeah, if he's in love with his mom, I don't care. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that energy. So, that's my baby. That's my baby boy.
It's great to hear that your dogs are more loving towards you. But it's intuitive to them. They know that there's something wrong with you and they're trying to get close to you because of that.
I love this. Yeah, it's just really scary. So the more you start reading into it, it's like a lot of people, not even people, it's the medical field, and I really don't blame them. It's money. It's money. And I'm not even just talking like the doctors, like it's just the whole entire pharmaceutical profession in general is crazy and corrupt. But it's scary. It's like the immediate rushing into, yes, chemo immediately before even the right testing has been done in some cases. In multiple cases, actually. Either 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 6 oncologists I've gone to have rushed immediately into, this is the chemo you need, this is the whatever you need, before anything. Like, literally before anything. So, crazy.
The thing is, though, Jessie Lee, it's not crazy, is it? These are medical professionals. They see cancer every single day since they've been qualified. So they know what treatment you should be following. And these alternative therapies are not tried and tested. Having chemo is. And the thing is, what you're suggesting as well is something that's not covered by insurance, so it's out of pocket expenses. So think of all the people that follow you that would like to go down the route you're going down and are not able to afford it. But then again, why should anyone be surprised if we're looking at it realistically? Because you work for a company that sells supplements that are not regulated. The doctors are the professionals, so they have a very good idea of what treatment option you should be going for.
So, I like that. Mark Hoppus. I didn't know that he had cancer, but I'm glad to hear he's in remission. Who didn't love Blink-182? So, all right, let's do some eyeshadow. Yes, lots of veggies, Jules. Me too, girl. Me too. Oh, thank you, Patty. I got sneezed. Excuse me. So yeah, I've been doing frankincense on my feet, on my stomach, rubbing it in like I was told to, and a drop on my tongue. I'm not sensitive to stuff, I guess, so a lot of people are like, you need carrier oils. I do have coconut oil I can use, but I haven't been yet. But I will. But I've been slathering in frankincense, and it sounds like a lot of the doTERRA girls are going to mail me some oils and stuff. I was like, I'll shout you out. No problem. So, anyway, all right. I really feel great with these vegetables. I also realize a lot of, I had leaky gut when I decided to just do meat and fruits. I also obviously had a tumor I didn't know about, so, no, I'm not eating for my blood type. My blood type is O positive. Did you show your fit for tonight's event yet? Not yet. Agreed, this cancer picked the wrong one for sure. So, yeah, sure. Lindsay says, can you talk about your transition from meat to vegetarian based on intrigue? Yeah, no problem. Immediately, cold turkey, went straight to vegetables. Like, I was told to go get juice. I was told to overload the system with vitamins, and so I just followed my instructions. But that's really how I am in general. You know, as soon as I make a decision, I'm in. So if we're talking about business, as soon as I said that I was gonna make money doing direct sales, I made money. It wasn't sitting around and waiting. I guess this is like I got some training for you right now. Who knew? Most people sit around, right? Most people sit around waiting for somebody to handhold them, to give them the exact plan, the exact whatever. And I've never been that kind of person. I've just always been the kind of person who's like, okay, what did I say I'm going to do? Okay, let me go ahead and do it. So when I'm told to do something, I follow instructions.
Well, you've lost me a bit there, Jessie Lee. You're saying that when you're told to do something, you follow the instructions, and yet you've been told by either 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 6 medical professionals to start doing chemo, and you're not doing it. So I don't call that following what you're told to do. But what I do call it is your story changing to suit yourself all the time. That seems to be more of what's happening, in my opinion.
When the Chinese herbalist yelled at me in her cute little Chinese voice, you're gonna get it. I'm like, dang on, you remind me of Nana. Holy smokes. Screaming at me in Chinese, really high-pitched. Not in Chinese, excuse me.
Why are you talking about the herbalist like that in that silly voice? That seems extremely rude to me.
In English, I was like this for eating meat. She's like, plant-based, plant-based, plant-based. I'm like, all right, plant-based it is. So she was really cute. I like going there. She reminds me of Nana so much. So, you know. But those herbs she's giving me, killing me. Killing me. Those damn herbs, these Chinese herbs. It's disgusting. I'm not going to lie about it. I love that. But yeah, I've just never been that kind of person. So when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And I wish more of you were like that. Nice little reminder, Bossy Accelerator is open and there's a new level. So check out Silver if you haven't already. And it's going to close again soon. So Platinum prices did drop as well. So if you needed a sale for Platinum, the time is now.
I see the trademark Jessie Bosley Ward is still in there then, using shock value to boost your sales of your accelerator program. I mean, really, that's quite a sad tactic to use, isn't it?
You need a Chinese lady to yell at you too. She got really feisty with me. I was like, oh, I made you mad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you so mad. But what can I say? You're the same way? Yeah, okay. If you're the same way, well, then you need to be part of me in my life. You know what I mean? Because you're my kind of people. So maybe join me in my network marketing business. Maybe let me coach you. I don't know, but I like coachable people. Coachable people. All right.
I've got to say, I really don't like it when people say they like coachable people. It always makes me feel like you're going to be mind controlled and that you're going to be totally under their control and you are going to be manipulated.
Maybe it's not Chinese, it's man. Well, it was It was Mandarin. And I only know it's Mandarin because I was showing her videos of my... and it's called Mandarin Chinese regardless. So I don't know why people take stuff so seriously. Why is everything so personal? Anyway, I showed her... everything's racist these days. I know. I'm so racist for saying Chinese lady and saying, Chinese lady, she talked like this, or whatever I said. Good Lord. Anyway, she definitely at least speaks Mandarin. I don't know if she spoke Mandarin in the room at all, but she definitely speaks Mandarin because she was watching videos of my nephew. My nephew's first language is Mandarin. So, I was showing her videos of him, and she's like, he speaks so clearly. How old is he? I said 2. She's like, that's unbelievable. Yes, people like conflict. They also like dramatizing things that don't need to be dramatized. Not saying that that's what this girl over here was trying to do. I'm just saying this is kind of like the way of the internet these days. Everyone sees everybody else off. Everyone wears their feelings on their sleeve. It's just people like to complain. They like to, everything has to be so perfect. It's like, I'm sure my Instagram story with the Shabbos candles being on sale is anti-Semitic. Whatever. We like a sale in this house. We like the Jews to be Jewish. Oh, that's so anti-Semitic. I'm a Jew listening to this. I'm so offended. Oh well. Go throw a pity party somewhere because I don't care.
Well, that's something we definitely agree on. It's pretty apparent that you don't care, because you make that plain enough for everyone to see.
Oh, hey! Loca, are you bringing a tie?
I'm bringing some tie.
Oh my gosh. I was like, you're like, I'm here. I'm like, huh?
Where's the Hubby Brown back here?
Yeah, he's back there. I like this comment. Mandarin is Chinese. Not sure who said that. I'm Chinese and not offended. Me too, girl, but I'm only like 16%. So 12 and a half, 16, 1 and 2. I'll get my 23 and me out. But anyway, it is my page. I think I just gotta be more offensive and then I'll get more attention from people anyway. So let's be offensive. I wonder if there's any psilocybin benefits. I don't know. Does meat feed disease? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm just doing what the doctor says to do. I'm being a good patient. I'm being a good patient. What can I say? Hi, Kumba. Is your Loca here? Maybe he's gonna do another Star Wars fight. What are those sticks called that they use? The lightsabers. That's what they're called. We had a lightsaber fight outside earlier. That's what got my heart rate up with Loca, and we were playing outside like children. It was amazing. So fun.
Having fun playing with lightsabers could be the reason why you're so tired. I mean, don't get me wrong, you should be having fun, but really, is that the fun you should be having? I'm not too sure about that. I would have thought that would have been too energetic, but hey, as I've already said, I'm not a medical professional and I'm only giving my opinion.
Anyway, what can I say? I'm trying to think of other stuff that I did this week that was new for the cancer journey. Probably. I feel like there's new stuff every day. Like, literally. Oh, so May 1st I am not going in. I see that question. So I decided it does not feel good to go in and do chemo on May 1st. I've decided to wait the 2 months, do a scan in 2 months, see if all of this other smorgasbord of everything I'm doing is curing this cancer, and then go from there. And if it's still in there, I don't mind blasting it with it obviously having all of these other remedies to support that. So a lot of the side effects from this come from an unsupported body, right? So focusing really on supporting my body and making it as healthy as possible in general. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Waiting 2 months to start chemo could be far too late with the stage of cancer that you were diagnosed with. I mean, why is no one close to you telling you to do these alternative treatments and the chemo? I mean, surely that would make more sense.
Trump made a commercial from that UFC fight. I looked for you. Oh, I love that. I love that. I did get results from the Greek test. Yes. And so that's why I'm even more excited to not jump right into chemo on May 1st. I'll do another PET scan in 2 months to see. And there's so much, like frankincense kills 30% has a 30% chance of eradicating this disease from my body.
I really don't think that you should be putting out a statement like that, Jessie Lee. You could be giving false hope to people, and that is really not something that you should do. You are not a medical professional, so why would you give out advice that you've got no training on?
So go buy your doTERRA immediately, okay? Or Young Living, whichever one. I don't know the difference. I don't sell it. And then curcumin. Curcumin, it's like 25% chance of eradicating all of it. Colloidal silver is very good for me as well. In this case, anyway, my body the cancer did not like it. The cancer was like, bye, rest in peace, ho.
Colloidal, if that's how you say it, I'm not sure it is. Colloidal silver is not as effective as people are claiming it is. There has not been much research carried out on it, and many say that it could be very harmful to you. If you take too much of it, it can turn all of you blue. So, no, I don't think I would be taking that. I mean, who's telling you all these things, Jessie Lee? Are you seeking medical advice for all these things you're doing? Or are you just Googling it and ordering this stuff and administering it yourselves? Or getting the people around you to administer it? I mean, I know you want to live, and I want you to live as well, but that just seems so irresponsible to me.
So it's pretty exciting about that. Best advice I can give for somebody who just joined MLM. Go to bossly.com, join the Silver Accelerator. I'm going to blow your freaking mind. It's like $40 a month or something. You could also do lifetime access. It's a brand new program. I just launched it. If you'd like me to coach you, it's the cheapest way you can get in. Link in the bio.
I find it really sad that you are so consumed with making money. I mean, surely there are better things to be doing with your life at the moment. I know there certainly would be for me. I would be out enjoying my life because it may be not much of a life left. So make the most of the time you've got is my motto.
And then gold is also open, as is, I don't know what biomedic is. I don't know what glyphosate is either. I don't have leaky gut anymore, by the way. No, I'm not juicing for every meal. I'm eating a lot of veggies as well. So we have so much of that salad. Guys, I'm turning into a fucking rabbit. It's crazy over here. But no, I've been buying frankincense. You know how the three wise men, frankincense, myrrh, so gold is $297 a month. Silver just launched, so check it out. It's an awesome way to start getting coached. I'm serious. I opened a new level. So it just opened yesterday or 2 days ago. So if you've been wondering why you didn't know about it, it just opened. So go to bossly.com. I love this. New platinum just came through. Full details in email. Welcome, whoever that was. I can't see it yet. I did get the retest back. What did I use on my hair? I went to my hair salon, honestly, and got it done. I don't know how to do hair at all. I will tell you about the clothes I wear in the name of fashion and beauty. What? I'm wearing a $4 shirt from Abercrombie. I'm fine. Yes, Dana's joining gold on Thursday. I love it. Yeah, just check it out. Bossly.com. Bossly.com. The actual Greek test is called RGCC. You can Google it. Do you get access to one-on-one calls? The annual platinums do get one-on-one calls. They also get, they get a lot of stuff. Holy smokes, the list is nuts. They get a chat that they get to talk in only to all annual platinums. They do get monthly meetups in person for free. They do get a Voxer chat I respond to, a group chat, but also one-on-ones. So I talk to them throughout the week as well. I don't have any sugar in my diet. Let's see. You love my comment. Frankincense. Jesus. Duh. Oh, I put it on my feet, and I put it on my stomach, and I put it under my tongue. Platinum is fire, Kate Hughes says. Well, I think you're fire. I'm very excited for you, darling. Teeth like, yeah, teeth like mine. I did have oral surgery yesterday, but I feel like I look pretty good. Yeah, I did just put it on my stomach the other day. I did, because I don't have sensitive skin. So, and everything I've read from a lot of people, were telling me, a lot of people were telling me you literally can't, you can't overdose on it. So, it's your best coach ever. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you, Angie. You don't have sensitive skin. So I've done frankincense 6 times now. There's no, my skin's fine. Love colloidal silver. Yes, I did the crispy. I've been reading all the Chris Beats Cancer stuff, watching all the videos. Castor oil thing, plasters. Yes, all of that. Now, coffee enemas starting every day. Literally doing the most. It's crazy. How do you? Let's see. Love you too. Look at me. I didn't even finish getting ready. Good evening. I'm a gold and a beginner network running show. I started doing the silver. They're going to be completely different, Susan. If you want to, you could try like a month of it and see if you like it. There is a $500 course in it for free, like when you do the Silver Accelerator. So you will get social media coaching as well from me. It's an entire course that I put together when you join Silver as well. So you could do lifetime access and it would still be worth it. Barbara, you're amazing. I appreciate you. Susan, you're great. Tamara, amazing. Coffee enemas, yes. I'll tell you guys a lot about it. Don't worry. I'm trying to be as open with you guys as possible because what I've noticed is that a lot of people who do get cancer, they don't talk about it. It turns into like an accidental, dirty little secret of theirs. And there's so many things that even just hearing people talk about it, I wish I knew somebody who had something so I didn't have to go on like these, giant research binges of my own. I wish I had somebody who, and then even then, I wish I knew people who also had stage 4 colon cancer and beat it or, whatever. So I didn't have to go, again, searching and finding them. But so many people are just so secretive about their lives. I posted a meme the other day. It's like, there are literally people fucking on the internet, and y'all are scared to post about your business, your brand, your sales, or whatever. I'm like, yeah, boy. Y'all saw that Instagram story of mine. That's literally how I feel about it when you guys won't post on social media or you won't.
Some people are very private and don't want to share their journey with everyone on the internet. And a lot of the times it's not just through privacy either. It's because they don't want to give people information which is not factual and in their opinion could be misinformation that is leading people down a path that they don't need to go. So yes, I understand that you want to talk to people that are in your situation. That is quite understandable. But surely people don't have to put that all over the internet. If they wanted to talk to you, I'm sure that they could text you because you put out your number enough times for people to do that. You said that your DMs are mad and you're getting thousands of them, but there could be some in there, people that are trying to tell you their stories.
Go live. There are literal people's buttholes on the internet, like all the time, and you're in these streets not posting your business. Okay, go to the link in the bio, buy some ketones from me, join the business coaching, do what you need to do, join the team if you want to. Let's go. But I'd rather talk to you guys about it so you know what to experience, or you can say like, what was your experience at MD Anderson? I'll tell you, it's the worst hospital I've ever been to, or worst doctor I've ever seen in my life. Or like this, how did you find out you had cancer? Could you tell us something was wrong? No, like it's important I tell you this. I had no symptoms. None. The only time my stomach ever hurt, and it never even really hurt, the only time my stomach was ever bothered was when I would drink water in foreign countries. So like Colombia, I was like not pooping right, okay? That's literally it. But
not pooping right is a symptom in itself. And what about all the weight you lost? That is a massive reason to go and seek medical advice. A lot of people that find out that they've got some kind of serious condition is quite often the first sign is the massive weight loss, which is not intentional.
No, there were no symptoms, there were no signs. I intentionally lost weight over the last now it's been a year, but 9 months I lost weight. So it's not like, she lost all that weight from cancer. No, like I had no symptoms. None. So I think it's important I tell you that because in history of colon cancer, no. I think it's important because who's talking about it? Who's going, but I think it's important, again, no symptoms, no anything, no pain in my stomach at all, no blood in my stool, no weight loss for no reason. Yes, weight loss is definitely, a sign. All I think about is Zarazay who beat cancer with food and natural resources as well. I love you, Lauren. I hope you're great, by the way. I'm not as good at watching stories anymore, so I'm not as up to date as I was in your life a couple months ago. It's been difficult for me to keep up to date. But yeah, so and then this. So if you want to, so I don't mind talking about it. So I like when you ask questions because people say, hey, how did you discover it? Why was it discovered? Was it a routine, anything? Well, not really, because you can't just walk into anywhere and get an MRI for no symptoms, no anything, no family history, unless you're 45 years old is when you can start ordering colonoscopies. And so I paid $2,500. I went to a place called Prenuvo. I ordered and paid for my own MRI just to get a baseline MRI to see how healthy I was, which is kind of funny, I guess, now in retrospect, a little bit ironic. But I went in and I thought nothing. I thought that they were just going to tell me, oh, clean bill of health. You look amazing, because my blood was all great. Everything was great. Hormone levels perfect, blah, 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 blah. And instead, I went in and I got a report back about 3 weeks later. So it wasn't really the fastest, but at least I got it. And it lit up here, which of course is the lymph nodes, and then down here it lit up as well. So there we go. I think it's important you advocate for your health. And then on top of that, the other thing is I ordered another $2,500 test called a Gallery Grail test. You can look it up. The company is Gallery, Galleri, I believe, and Grail, like the Holy Grail test. And it's a pre-cancer screening. Can save a lot of lives, including mine. And I will definitely be a freaking testimony for them once this is all free and clear out of my freaking body. Because that came back immediately too. It said, boom, colon cancer detected. And I was like, my God. Yes. So is the stuff I'm putting on right now vegan and whatever? I don't even know. So someone tell me it's Lady Gaga's. It's the House Labs. I will tell you, all of the stuff that goes on my skin, my lotions, my shampoos, my body washes, everything has for many, many, many years now has always been organic and clear of chemicals and stuff like that. Yes, I got tan in Miami. I know you guys were worried I was going to get burned, but I knew I'd be fine. So no symptoms, at all. So yeah. Why, another question for why vegan, guys, when my doctor tells me this is how you're going to live longer, I don't really ask questions. I just say, okay. When the sweet little old Chinese lady says, this is the way you are going to cure your cancer, and I don't feel good about you doing chemo, I don't feel like you need it, I go, okay, boo-boo, I'm going to do that. I'm going to test again, but I appreciate you.
I just find it really incredible that you would listen to this person over a fully qualified medical doctor who has trained for a minimum of 7 years. Beats the hell out of me. Why? Just can't get my head around it at all.
So how often do I wash my hair? Like once every 5 days now. I was up to 10 days for a long time there, or like consistently 10 days. But yeah, no. I have a lot of doctors, because of course she's my acupuncturist. God, how many doctors do I have? I have a naturopathic oncologist. I have an oncologist. I have a energy healer. I have a shaman. I have an acupuncturist. I have RNs that give me IVs 7 days a week. I have, what other doctors do I have? What would have happened if you didn't do the MRI? I would die. I would have died. Because I was feeling amazing. So, yeah. What can I say? Would have been a bad day. Would have been a bad day. And God went, no, not done with you yet, my child. And I said, oh, thank you, big guy. Appreciate you. Okay. What's next? Eyeliner, but I need to warm it up. So we'll do eyebrows. Okay, so I need to be calling myself plant-based. All right, you guys just gotta keep me, I'm just still learning, all right? I'm doing this vegan thing. I was carnivore for a very long time, so moo, you know what I mean? So will I ever go back to short platinum spiky hair? If I have to do chemotherapy, I will be platinum before it all goes. Yeah, so, for sure, my intuition has been super strong through this. I've been incredibly guided. There's been so many moments not enough, Dana. If you'd like to come and show yourself some more. Okay, thank you. But there have been a lot of moments where my Nana's been super present with me. I will tell you guys something. This is something all people should know, just in case you or someone you love gets cancer. People, you will find out how people really are if you get sick.
This part of the video is very sad, so buckle up and brace yourselves for what's coming next.
Like, you will find out who people really are. As an example, there is a family member. Actually, I'm gonna talk openly about this. Y'all ready for some real tea? Y'all let me know. Let me just, if you want some tea, you just let me know. The tea could be piping hot in a second here. You want to hear it? You want to hear some piping hot tea? Oh yes. Okay, let's talk about it. So, first of all, there are people who literally will be kind to you until you don't do exactly what they say you should do, and then they turn straight mean. This includes family members. Not very joyful. Okay, the other thing, by the way, most joyful man on planet Earth is literally in my home right now, so I'm like feeling so extra joyful just knowing your energy's here. Everybody, this is Loca.
What up, what up, what up? Hope you all are having a joyous day. Do you know Joyous Jessie Lee? JJL? That's my girl. My girl.
I love you. Like the best human. That's Loca, who I always tag in my Instagram stories, so you guys can follow him. Someday he's going to be having joy conferences, so you guys will definitely need to attend, because I wish you could see this. He's literally rolling. Can you like, I don't know if, let me like move this so you can do it. Well, you can't really tell.
I'm just on a hoverboard.
Yeah, he hoverboards everywhere.
You know what happened here? So I came onto the Instagram Live. I don't know if you can see this, my shoe lit up as I came in. So it's Jessie Lee's energy just getting everything lit over here.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
like unintentional?
so lit. Yeah,
Amazing.
it just happened.
Oh my god, I love that.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
All right, off I go again. Yeah,
Off he goes, toodaloo, kangaroo.
Jolly good time, yeah.
Bye-bye, darling.
All right.
Oh, ciao now.
Yeah.
Appreciate you helping out.
Well, I have to say, I really like him. He's a real funny guy. I can imagine he would be great to be around.
Okay, so, yeah, those kicks are so amazing. I know. You need an autobiography? Yes. Okay, so, alright, so that is not the tea. That's Loca. Okay, so here's the real tea. This has been fascinating. I knew I came from a bad family. Okay? Like, I've known this. I've worked on it a lot of trauma healing, a lot of emotional healing, a lot of energy healing, a lot of praying about it, a lot of, like, why did this happen to me? A lot of, like, all of this. You know what I mean? I don't know if anyone can relate to that. You can put a yes if you can relate to any kind of shenanigans like this. Oh, well, whoever. And I knew I came from bad stock. You know, for being super honest. You know, like those of you who know. If you came from a family that's been dysfunctional and has always been dysfunctional, and people have always tried to force relationships, or you see the people, you know, once a year or something like that, if at all, and you know, you just don't even know each other, then you kind of probably know where I'm going with this. But I will tell you, I have been stunned at the people that are blood related to me, because I'm not even going to call them family, because they're not family. The people that are blood related to me, and the lack of anything support-wise. I mean, literally, not even a message. So I have 15 first cousins. I have heard from none of them. Not one. That's fascinating to me. Now, do I have any relationship with my mother? No. None. Do I think that if my daughter had stage 4 cancer, and I knew because I asked my brother to tell her, do you think my ass would be on a plane to just knock her door down until she opened the door and apologize and say, I'm not here to talk, I'm here because you're my daughter and I heard? Yeah, I'd probably do something like that. Nothing. Silence. My dad has just been screaming about how I've been despicable for not doing what he wants in regards to treatments. So I'm not sure what that's about.
Are you sure what you're saying there is correct, Jessie Lee? I could imagine it probably going down something like, your dad's extremely worried about you. He doesn't want to have to bury his child, so he's trying to get you to listen to reason and take the most effective treatment in my opinion, that would be more the way I would see that situation going.
I have, oh my God, how many aunts and uncles do I have? A lot. I have heard from none of them, not a single one of them, except for one who messaged to say, I heard you and your little brother aren't getting along. My little brother and I never get along. We haven't had a relationship for a very long time. My brother, unfortunately, is an addict, okay?
Just when you think things can't get any worse coming out of the mouth of Jessie Lee, they suddenly do. And it always amazes me because I just don't think it could ever get any worse. I mean, what right have you got to sit there and say that your brother is an addict on the internet, which is forever? That's his business. And in my opinion, it's not something that you should be sharing, whether it's the truth or not. It really doesn't make you look good, ma'am.
Crazy. My brother, I'm 30 minutes away in Miami last week. He messages me, hey, want to come up and see me? And I said, I would love for you to come down and see me. The same brother I'm talking about. And he says, I can't. My maids are coming. And then he said, get over yourself. My maids are coming. Actually, let me say that the right way.
I know all of this is happening to you, but don't you really think that your family are suffering as well? Don't you think this is a shock to them as well? And you saying what you're saying is not going to build any bridges, is it? But then from what you're saying, you don't really want to build bridges with them, do you, realistically?
Next comment that was interesting to me is my sister, who I haven't talked to in 8-9 years, my half-sister. My dad has shown very interesting colors during this cancer journey. Like he was screaming at me about something in my house. I was on a phone call with him. He was disagreeing with, he doesn't like Sasha, Mateo, or Dawn. I don't know why. He thinks they're here to use me, although they flew across the world to be with me during the entire cancer situation, like literally from Spain and from Switzerland. Excuse me. Sasha was in the middle of a vacation in Tenerife, and he boarded the next plane to come here and be with me for an entire month. But they're there to use me. But I paid for my dad's ticket to be here, paid for his hotel to be here, and then he wasn't here because he kept waking up late. So I hardly got any time to spend with him.
It sounds to me like it's not so much the fact that Sasha and Mateo are more supportive of you. It's the fact that they actually had the money to be able to do that and your father didn't. And you're making that quite obvious by saying that you paid for his plane ticket and his hotel room. So you're trying to make him look bad, but you're actually giving out the information that doesn't necessarily make him look bad. I just think that he doesn't agree with your treatment plan and what you're doing. And I can understand that because he loves you and he doesn't want you to die.
And then got mad and screamed at me on the phone and said that his open heart surgery was way worse than this and I needed to shut up about it. And then he called me an arrogant bitch. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. That's facts. So he's been blocked actually. But then my sister, who I haven't heard from in 8 years, reached out and said, I heard there's some discord between you and Jake. That's my little brother. A, there's not discord, okay? Like, there's just not a relationship. B, I don't know you. I didn't grow up with you. You haven't talked to me in 8 years. That's your first text message. You haven't, you're worried about a discord and disagreement between me and my little brother? Who are you? Like, do I even know you? I don't think I know you. So those are the people that are blood related to me.
Wow, you've just lost me there again, Jessie Lee. You said none of your family reached out to you, and then you're saying quite a few of your family reached out to you. So which one is the truth? Hey, lady, you keep contradicting yourself here. Lots of your family members did contact you. They just didn't talk to you in the way that you wished they would. And that's a big difference to having no contact at all, isn't it?
It's been pretty great. And except for my older brother has been amazing. We talk every single day. every single day, every day. Love him to death, and he's been amazing through all of it, and he's just awesome. He actually has a lot of, some, I would say, symptoms of this, because this is a gene mutation, and it's and I'm BRCA1 positive, and that is really common through siblings. So he's going to get a colonoscopy. But anyway, so that's the real tea that's going on. I find it to be unbelievable, like unbelievable. But be careful. I heard that cancer was going to show me how people really are. I just didn't really think it was going to be like that. So I feel like if I was somebody's daughter, or if I was somebody's parent, right? Or if I was my parent, or if I had a kid who's maybe successful or giving or kind or loving or compassionate or helping the world or doing whatever, I feel like I would be really proud of them. I don't feel like I would be anywhere near what my family has been doing. I don't want to call my family. They're not my family. I don't know these people. So anyway, I'm sorry that you have a similar daily. So anyone who relate, I'm sorry, because I know it sucks. It's all right, Ashley. I appreciate that. I'm letting you guys know, so, and that is actually true. Like this comment right here, you feel like my followers care more about me than my family. Again, I'm not going to use that word anymore. The freaking people that I share blood with, 100%. Crazy. So it's been an interesting of realizing who's actually here and who is absolutely not. So I really hope see, and here's Mom, Lisa Grossman, not my real mother, but that's Mom. This is a wonderful woman right here. I feel like I just jumped all around. I feel like I was saying all kinds of crazy things. So, the family you choose is the one. Absolutely. And there is the awesome Avi Ram. That is definitely true. Did they reconnect when you became wealthy? Usually they come out of the woodwork. No. We don't have relationships though. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have relationships. I grew up in a super, super dysfunctional family. My dad was in jail. My mom was, a disaster. I had a stepdad that was incredibly abusive. My grandparents came in to try to save us. Silver is bi-weekly, but then you also get the entire social media course of mine, which is a $500 value. Excuse me. Everybody can join silver. There's a lot of golds and platinums that also bought silver, as well. So you can do that too. And it's not even, Pasha, I love you. It's not even about being unsupportive. It's like people that I have not talked to in 15 years that like, we maybe didn't even have a good relationship, right? Have reached out. Like, I'm probably the last person you expected to hear from, but I know I just paid off their debts. I'm aware, but whatever. It's just money.
Are you sure that you paid off all their debt, Jessie Lee? Because I distinctly remember on another live you saying that your mum refused the money that you offered to help her out. I'm going to put the word allegedly there, but I'm pretty certain that I've heard you say that. So which one's right now? Because they both can't be, can they?
Like, have reached out, I know that I'm probably the last person you expected to hear from, but I just saw on social media, it got around through the whole company, like, I'm just praying for you. I've heard, like, a lot of that, so it's really interesting. The whole thing is interesting to me. You know what my problem is right now with eyeliner? I don't ever do my makeup anymore. Of course, I say that now, and I've been doing my makeup every couple days. They're all drying out. Like, can I even, what's this? Unique? Okay, let's try this Unique. Holy smokes, Amy, I'm so sorry to see that. She said when her husband died, she didn't get a card from a family member. It's messed up. No one deserves that. I'm very sorry, and I'm sorry for your loss as well. It's just an eye-opening disease, that's all I'm trying to say. It's probably any diseases, though, right? Those of you that have anything going on. This one just needs to be sharpened, and this one will be fine. This Unique one. I need a flippin' eyeliner, though, like a proper one. Hey. Lime Life. Hey. That needs to be sharpened, too. Family is who you say there. Screw 'em all. That's right, Lisa. Screw 'em all. Hey, I messaged about an RV on your birthday, actually, but, I found like a good place. So, has rest helped me? Yeah, probably. Now you can ask questions. I'm doing my makeup because my friend Kurt, his 50th birthday party, it is a black tie event, so it is super bougie, and here we go. It is crazy. I got the MRI and discovered this, yes, and thank God I did, though. Only gold and platinum checked again, not updated on your end. Sarah, send me a DM on here. Actually, text me. My DMs get too crazy on here. Text me at 972-236-7576 and just say, hey, I need the link. I can't find the silver, and I'll make sure I get you that. Hey, Brittany, how are you? I'm almost done. Doing makeup like bores me now. The scans, I did an MRI, full body, and I did a gallery grail test. What am I wearing? I'll show you. It's a black gown. I bought it today. What setting spray do I use? I do have BRCA1 positive. I do. I just use setting powder. I actually didn't do any spray. If I do spray, I have a lot of different sprays, but they're not out here. They're in the bathroom. MD Anderson was the worst experience ever. Ever. And I'm guessing that could just be that particular doctor has no bedside manner. I left horrified. Like, there's no other, I don't even know another word for it. I blacked out. It was so bad. Courtney, thank God, best friend Courtney Shepherd was there. Because if she hadn't have been there, I don't think I would have been able to get out of there, let alone drive home. Like, I was in like hyperventilating. Like, it was really bad. It was the worst. So I have nothing but terrible things to say about MD Anderson. So I'm just gonna, I can be as honest about it as you want me to, obviously. I think more people need to know about it because everyone kept saying, MD Anderson's going to be the best. It's going to be the best. It's going to be the best. It's going to be the best. And then it was the worst.
The people at MD Anderson are used to giving extremely bad news to people every day. So I understand what you're going through, but it must also be very tough on them as well. And that, just because you didn't really like their attitude doesn't mean that MD Anderson is necessarily bad. I just think that it came as a massive shock to you, like it would to anybody else, and you didn't like what they were saying. You didn't like hearing the truth, and in that situation most people are not going to want to hear that. That's perfectly normal. But none of that means that the medical facility is bad. And I don't think that's the sort of information that you should be giving out to people, especially with the influence that you have.
Does cancer change your dynamic in your relationship? It's interesting. I think that it made us even closer, if anything else. He's an amazing father, like ridiculously amazing father. So I knew that... I've known he would be a great caretaker. Obviously I'm not in a position where I need to be cared for, but he's always had that about him. That's why I was super attracted to him to begin with. He's very daddy, you know what I mean?
Surely that's a contradiction, isn't it? How can he be such an amazing father if he's just left his kids behind? That doesn't make sense to me.
And that's just his profile, He wants to be a caretaker. He just likes to take care of people. He's got a gigantic heart, just who he is. So I think if anything for this has kind of even allowed our relationship to just get stronger. That's a great question, though. Yeah, just stronger and stronger and stronger. It's in an interesting way. I think you go through things in your life, whether it's a health journey, whether it's a personal journey, whether it's whatever, and you find out very quickly if that's somebody you're supposed to be with or have around you or not, right? Because you realize, oh, hell no, I'm not being supported in this, or oh hell no, this person doesn't know how to love me in this, and it's been even better than I could have expected. But so change the relationship? No. Strengthen it? I'm sure. Is he a Cancer? No, he's a Taurus. His birthday's coming up actually, so I'm excited. You have oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. Mummy over here on TikTok. Hold on, LOL, right? What are we talking about, Ansha? I was wondering the same thing. Oh, you're asking when I'm getting married. I don't know. We'll get married when we get married. I'm in no rush. I can just go to the courthouse and change my last name any day, right?
It would be pretty difficult for you to get married at the moment, wouldn't it, Jessie Lee, since he's already married? I mean, surely you will have to wait until his divorce comes through, unless you intend on being a bigamist.
Not even the courthouse, just like mail it in. Let's see, yeah. Taurians are good people. Oh, really? Well, he is a good person, so I will have to agree with you. I do know someone else who's a Taurus who's a total piece of shit, so I guess it's like, you know, you win some, you lose some. Daddy was pushing PG-13. I could take it X really fast, but I won't, don't worry. Hola desde Barcelona. Hola. I will be there soon. Don't worry. I'll be back in Barcelona. I didn't get to spend nearly enough time there, and I loved that city for the short period of time I was there. So God put him in your life at the exact time you're supposed to be there. Oh, for sure. And vice versa. Like, we're both going through stuff. Totally different, obviously, but I think you're always going through stuff in relationships too. That's important to remember. And it's just like, is this person worth fighting for? That's kind of what you just got to ask yourself. Like, what am I doing here? Is this person worth fighting for or not? You know? Oh, MD Anderson, awful. I'm 34. Awful. Like, I walked in and I actually was like, oh, it's pretty nice here. Like, they've got little fishy tanks all over the place, which I'm like, I like fish. I kind of wanted to have, a fish tank here in my office. I think I might still, actually. I really want that. You look beautiful. Didn't think it would be another way for you, but you're my hero. I had a hysterectomy on Monday. I'm still hurting. Feels like I'll be a while before I do the most again. Sending you love, Natalie. Anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. Y'all, I'm all over the place. Well, what tests I take to find your mutations? I took a foundation test, and then there's also another test. There's two different tests I had to do. I'm 34. I have looked into Hope for Cancer. They don't do too much more than what I'm actually already doing on my own here. It's 43 grand, which, you know, whatever at this point, God knows how much I've spent, but they don't really do anything that I'm not able to do here in America with the connections I have. So, no real need to do that. So MD Anderson. So the fish were nice, and then I could even feel the energy right away. And I said to Courtney before the doctor even came in, I said, this isn't it. Like, this doesn't feel good. And even at check-in, it was weird. They said, oh, you owe us money. Your account's in holding. And I said, what? Like, I paid $17,000 on Monday or on Thursday for it to be Monday. Oh, I look great. Thank you. And oh, well, we have to email it. I'm like, I'm literally here. Like, what are you doing? So then I had to wait an extra like half hour, 45 minutes or something, because they had screwed up my paperwork or whatever, which just kind of like, ugh, it's annoying. And I know it happens, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So I'm fine. I'm drinking my contrast because I was getting a CT. Oh, shoot. It's been an hour I've been live. Instagram? Why does Instagram kick me off after an hour? So annoying. Oopsies. I guess that's my fault. It probably even said that it was counting down. I didn't even notice it. Sorry, guys, I'm back. And then I guess I can wait for a second because they're going to come on and be like, oh, where'd she go? I'm in the middle of the story about MD Anderson. Ah! The chair, I hired interior decorators. I'm not sure where the chair is from, but I can look it up on my little thing. MD Anderson's known to be all about the money. Well, that makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. Sorry, Instagram, I'm back now. So it was just a really bad experience. I told Courtney as soon as we got in, I said, I don't like the energy in this room. Like, I don't think I like the energy of these doctors. His PA came in and she was cold. You know, when someone is cold and you're like, oh gosh, this is not it. And I'm like, your whole job is to pretty much tell bad news all day long. You know, you should probably be aware of your charisma. Hello. And I go in there and, by the way, without enough scans to say this, without the right scans to say this, because we were waiting back on another CT scan and the PET scan didn't come in until 2 days after the fact. He stages me as stage 4, which, okay, fine. I've been staged as stage 4 by multiple oncologists now, so whatever, not a big deal. Kind of brutal to hear it, though, of course. Either way, it just kind of never gets old. Like, never gets better? Not never gets old. It stays old. And then he goes, so if you don't listen to me and do Fulfrix, whatever the hell, and Avastin, you'll be dead in 8 to 10 months. And if you do it, 2.5 years. And I'm like, So that's like what we're leading with. This is what we're leading with. Okay. How, you don't even know if it's shrunk since my last scan. You don't know anything about anything. Like, what? And, like, who are you to play God, sir? No. And all.
He's not playing God. He's a medical professional who sees this type of cancer every single day of the week. So I'm pretty certain he's qualified to tell you what is the best case scenario for you.
All I remember saying, no, I don't remember much. I black out. I do remember that part. I know I've never been so grateful for Courtney in my entire life because she started asking questions. I remember loudly saying, I'm not normal. I remember that. And then I remember Courtney starting to ask more questions. I don't remember what she said. And then I looked up at him and then he goes, here's the chemo paperwork. Please sign here. I said, actually, thank God. Avi was FaceTiming. And he's like, she is not making any decisions today. He's like, sign here, sign here, sign here. Then go get your blood work. I'm like, what? And he's like, no, she's not making any decisions today. I could not even. And then I looked up at the doctor and I remember saying, do I even need to be here anymore? And he said, no, we can do your follow-up on video on Wednesday. And I said, I'm getting the hell out of Houston. And we got in the car, and here's where it got really happy, at least. Traffic was terrible. And this little thing, this is like the most amazing. Okay, so like this is a big, I don't know if you believe in God or not, but like, hello, I do. And thank you. I'm gorgeous. Thank you. But and if you believe in spirits and angels and people are with you that have passed away, but I've always believed in this because it brings me a lot of peace. Can I get a refund from MD Scamderson? I love you. And I was really, totally rattled, obviously. And I'm sitting there and my GPS pops up and on the phone, it'll say, save 7 minutes and click on this little thing. You guys know what I'm talking about? And I said, yes. And I hit the yes button and it reroutes me. And it says, turn left in 0.7 miles on Alameda Street. Well, I don't know if you know my Nana, but my Nana's name was Jessie Netta Alameda. And then when she married my grandfather, last name Paulson. So Jessie Netta Alameda Paulson. And it was always Alameda. So she would sign stuff, Netta Paulson or Netta Alameda. Everything always said Alameda. And she, and so I turned left on Alameda Street. And at that point in time, I literally just like, and I showed Courtney and we were just losing it. And it was like, I really needed in that moment because there's so many times during this where you feel like I'm not alone and you still feel like this, like nobody could even understand what I'm going through. I cried harder than I've ever cried my entire life, like 3 nights ago. Just sob fest. Like I've never, like the uncontrollable, like, like I don't even know how to explain it. I went through, I think, an entire box of Puffs Plus, like for real, it's terrible, like so terrible. It was awful. And it just hits you sort of in these waves, but overall, like,
I can understand why you're crying because the shock of what you're going through is hitting you. And as I said previously, I feel that you're going through the stages of grief. Nobody has to die for that to happen. You can go through the stages of grief when you get terrible, life-changing information.
I am doing really well. I am super positive about it. I do feel really guided. But when she shows herself like that, if you will, it's like the most overwhelmingly peaceful feeling. The palette you guys keep asking, this is actually an MLM product. This is from a company called Market America. This is Motives. motives. This is called That Glow, though. This is actually just a highlighter palette. And then this is the eyeshadow palette I use. This is a Natasha Denona her gold palette. I really like this one, actually. I don't really do makeup anymore, though, so. But no, I don't mind the crying or anything like that. I cry every day, so that's like, I invested in waterproof mascara for the first time in my life, so there's not a day that I haven't cried, but some days I'm like, I'm like basically following Gerson. I might go to Sedona, yeah. There's definitely days, every day I cry. That's a non-negotiable in this house. But there's a difference between crying and just full-blown, like, losing it, sobbing. And I've done several of those, but none as intense as the other night. That was like, wow, I like could not control myself. So that was like probably at least an hour straight of just sobbing. Do I ever get scared? No, I don't really think that would be like the right word. I feel really guided through all of this. There's moments where I get really upset and mad, I would say. I get mad. I get really angry. The eyebrow product was Kush Fiber Brow by Milk. I get angry. I don't get...
Just a quick trigger warning. A very inappropriate comment is going to come up shortly.
What's the comment that's inappropriate? I don't want to see it now. I didn't see it. Should I even see it? I don't know. You guys are all yelling at this person, so like multiple of you. I don't see it. I'm supposed to not see it, apparently. So somebody is getting yelled at, and so you must deserve it over here on Instagram. Oh, jeez. What happened? Oh, I don't want to see it. Oh, okay. I don't see whatever you're seeing, so. I look like I'm on crack? Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you about that. I don't even have like a comeback for it right now. You just seem so ignorant. I look really hot right now, so it sounds like a personal problem. Would you send me a selfie of you if you think that I look ugly right now? Because I'd like to compare apples to apples. You ugly bitch. Meg Bradley. Yeah, that's how I roll about all that. What can I say? Have I looked into stem cells? I actually had stem cells already. I will go get more stem cells probably soon as well. I'm going to go to Costa Rica, though. You can get way more exosomes there. So I got exosomes here in Texas 2 days before surgery, I think. And then I love it. Oh, you're one of these people. I see the comment now. This is one of these people that think I took people. Now it's 18 hours. 18 hours I took people without their consent. Oh my God, the story just keeps getting crazier. I love it. I love hearing your fairy tales.
The thing is, though, the Colombia trip is not a fairy tale, is it, Jessie Lee? You told us in your own words.
Yes, forgiveness, emotional healing. I've been doing so much stuff. It has been honestly amazing. I feel like a more whole person. I don't even know how to explain that. I'm definitely way more at peace with stuff, like peace with my mom, peace with my dad, peace with God, all of it. I don't know.
How can you sit there and say that you're at peace with all of it when you just spilled the piping hot tea, to use your words, and diss everyone in your family, especially your parent? Really?
And I was asked by a shaman, she said, what % of this cancer do you think came from emotions and trauma? And I looked at her and I said, I don't know, 80%, 70%. And she was like, oh. I'm like, I'm literally not exaggerating. I have so much childhood trauma like that. I've worked through a lot, but geez. I've been in fight or flight since I was a really little kid. And so that causes stress. Stress causes cancer. How do I deal with haters? I remind myself that not only do I have a better life than them, period, but they hate things about me that they wish they had about them. So
I disagree that you've got a better life than me. I'm a lot happier than you. I'm happily married. I've got children and grandchildren. And I actually don't hate you. I've never said that I hate you. I don't hate anybody in MLMs. I just actually feel sorry for you. And I totally disagree with the business model in itself. And that is why creators like me and the many other anti-MLM creators actually make videos. And one thing I can assure you, I am certainly not jealous of you in any way, shape or form, regardless of what you want to say.
The chair is pretty nice. Yeah. Body Keep Score, I do have the book. Yes. So shamans are like energy geniuses. Check it out. Yes, all good energy over here on TikTok. I appreciate you guys for sure. TikTok's been crushing it today. I appreciate you guys. You don't hate me, but you do love the chair. But I do love the chair. I want a different chair, actually. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. This chair is like, it like kind of pulls me in. It looks good for the room, but it's not good for what I'm doing. Projection collection. I agree with that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Dawn, I'm sending you so much love. So much freaking love. I am going to beat this. So this is an episode of Jessie Lee Beats Cancer. Of course I'm going to write a book. Where did I get the chair? I don't know. I used interior decorators. So I'll try to find out for you guys, though. Okay. I believe in the Illuminati. I don't even really know what that means. When I think of the Illuminati, I think of angels and demons. And the Da Vinci Code. And I don't really know what that means. Can you enlighten me, oh wise one? Thank you, Traley. Anytime people like hate on me or say anything crazy about me or whatever, I'm like, do you realize how angry at the world you sound right now? Like, are you okay? I miss carnivore because I like eating like that. But look, if vegan's gonna cure all these shenanigans, let's freaking go. What time is the party? In 9 minutes. Which is impossible to get to on time now. Okay, but what is the Illuminati? What is that? Like, if it's real. Okay, but what is that? The stars and actresses do. It's part of satanic worship. It's alive and well in the USA. What does it mean, though? I don't know. Like, what do they do? What do they believe? Okay. Oh, they're pedophiles. Really? Ooh. It's a place, power with money. They're a cult. They sell their soul to Satan. Oh, Lord. Delaney, I gotta tell you, sweetheart, you're the sheeple, because you watched on YouTube while people pretended that I took people on what you seem to think is an 18-hour hike somewhere. Go check the topography of Cartagena. There's not even a hill to hike on. So, have the day you deserve. Here's the attention you wanted. Go masturbate and have sex with your quite unattractive looking husband. Adios. Okay. Look up autophagy. I found the person you're talking about. All right. I appreciate the prayer. He looked like a toad to me. Like, okay. And she's shaming people. No, I think some people are ugly. Just like you think some people are ugly. Okay? People, yeah, they think I kidnapped people. They think I, like, basically tied them into a van or something crazy. A crazy hike. A diabetic nearly died. I don't know because I wasn't there, but she nearly died. Anyway, so I need to wait for this to dry. This lipstick is like not dry. It's like feeling very strange. Otherwise, I like my face. Looks great. Gotta put a dress on and I'll take photos. I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you didn't already see, I'll show you the dress. Don't worry.
I'm not going to play the rest of this video because it's just Boss Lee shilling her accelerator program, which she's done quite enough of through the video, so there's no need to listen to more of it. But one thing I do want to say to you is just be careful who you listen to regarding medical information. Jessie Lee says that you should be careful who you listen to, and I agree with her because her story changes quite a lot, even in one video. Sometimes it changes from video to video, but there are times when it changes many times in the same video. Now, I know this was a long video and it's a lot to cope with, so I really do hope that you are all okay. And I'm just going to reiterate again, I do not hate Jessie Lee. it just upsets me the way that she goes about things, and I just fear that her influence is going to be detrimental to somebody else's health if they follow her advice. And to me, giving out that advice seems irresponsible and wrong. Well, that's all for this video today. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.